Okay, so now we're talking about the venous supply. So the venous supply of the thorax is ending in the heart. Or actually, the venous supply of the entire body ends in the heart. What we want to remember is that whenever we're talking about circulation, you have to remember that arteries always begin from the heart. So arteries begin from the heart, and they end in the viscera. Veins, on the other hand, they're the opposite. They begin in the viscera, and they end in the heart. So when we say viscera, we also mean, the skin, we mean the skeleton, we mean everything in the body. And we're talking about the systemic circulation. So the veins, they begin outside from the peripheries, and they come back to the heart. They carry all of the blood through the superior vena cava, or because you can't see the inferior vena cava in this angle, I'll just draw it for you. You can just imagine that there is an inferior vena cava here. Okay, so the inferior vena cava from here. Now, the other thing that we want to see is that, as I told you before, the venous supply also comes from the pulmonary circulation, but this time it's carrying oxygenated blood. Remember? Oxygenated blood comes into the heart via the pulmonary veins. So let's look at the other diagram with the rib cage so that you can kind of picture what the venous supply looks like inside of the thorax. So here is an image of the veins inside of the thorax. And the first thing that we want to start with is imagine that the heart is right over here. Okay? And the inferior vena cava would be draining into the heart like this. What we're concerned with is the names of the important veins. So we already discussed this is the superior vena cava. And this is the inferior vena cava. So, the other most important veins, so the next three, pay attention very closely. This one right over here that you can see, let me use a different color so you can see better. These veins right here. This is the azygous vein. Okay? This over here is the hemiazygous vein. And this over here is the accessory hemiazygous vein. Okay? So these are the 5 most important veins that everything else will be centered around.